Hello! Welcome to another free e-learning tutorial from dakinane.com. In this second Live Binders tutorial, I'll be showing you how to set up your binder to make it easy to find, to share with others, to make part of a larger collection of similar binders, and finally, how to embed it into a tool like a Wikispace. To open this window, I clicked on the Binder Settings button on the left-hand toolbar at the top. And it is through the series of options here that I can control how my binder is treated by others. If I want my binder to be easily found by others, then using tags or keywords to help describe the contents will make my binder easy to find. Working my way up this list, giving my binder a brief description, will also help others to decide whether my binder has the content they are looking for. In other words, the more detail I enter, providing I want my work to be public, the better it will be for me and for those looking for the content that I'm sharing. In the Access drop-down here, I can still set how my work can be viewed, even if it's public. And below this, I can ask others to collaborate on the content within my binder. This is particularly useful if the binder being created is to be the end product of a collaborative effort on behalf of students. However, if I want this binder to be used as an e-portfolio that is only accessible via an entry key, I can change my access settings and create a key which I can then distribute to those whom I wish to share the binder with. I can even add a little bling to my binder by giving it a cover, which is a nice feature. To add an image to the cover, all I need to do is to select the Binder Cover button option on the bottom right of the window, and then browse to the image I want and upload it. I can even set the colour features of the binder. This could be useful if I were to create multiple binders for differing subjects. A colour coding effect, useful when creating binder shelves. When I've finally made the changes to the settings I want, I click on the Save button at the top right of the window and everything is all set for me. By clicking on the Back button on the right hand toolbar here, I can see what my growing collection of binders looks like on my dashboard. By clicking on the Back button on the right hand toolbar here, I can see what my growing collection of binders looks like on my dashboard. As my collection of folders grow, I want to be able to organise them into collections. To create a new shelf, all I have to do is to click on the Start a Blank Shelf icon on the left-hand menu here. I can now name my new shelf that I'm going to store a collection of my individual binders on. As I work down the options here, I can add tags and descriptions to the shelf if I want to make the shelf public. Again, I also have the option to limit access to the shelf of binders by setting an access key. This feature is particularly useful if I want to organise some of my student binders into e-portfolios. Once I've organised the shelf details into the way I want them, I click on the Create Shelf button at the bottom of the window to finally create it. Now that the shelf is made, I now need to populate it with content. There are a couple of ways to add binders to a shelf, but first let's have a look at a second method for changing an individual binder's details whilst on the dashboard. To start the process, all I have to do is to click on the binder title to bring up the Options button. I click on the Options button to reveal the choices I have for my individual binder. And here you can see the Add to Shelf link, but I'll show you a different option in a moment. To update the binder's details, I click on the Show Details link. In Binder Edit mode, there is a simple way to add a binder to a particular shelf. All I have to do is to click on the Add button on the right-hand menu and select the Shelf option. A new window appears, and then I can select the shelf I want the binder to be stored on. Finally, there are a number of ways that I can share my binder to a wider audience. To access these, I click on the Share option and I can choose my chosen sharing delivery mechanism. Of course, I can also embed my binder, which is my preferred method of sharing. Well, that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more free e-learning tutorials, and don't forget to let your colleagues know. These tutorials are for sharing, so please do. Until my next tutorial hits your feeds, keep practicing!